Hi, what's up? If you don't know me already, I'm Fizz, and there's no way your girl is back. I can't believe it, right? I thought, wow, I made a video, like, let's fucking go. Did I know I was gonna be sat in some room alone again, talking to a camera about some stuff? I knew I was going to do it, but I didn't know if I was gonna actually do it, you know? But here we are. Anyway, first like 10 seconds or whatever, make sure you drink water, okay? Before we even fucking get started on this topic, make sure you drink some water quickly. So I wanted to talk about my experience being trans, as I've been out for like just over 3 years, and I've been on HRT for coming up to 3 years, which is really fucking crazy to me, because if you told 10-year-old me that I'd be doing that shit, I'd be like, ain't no way ain't no way you're a girl. But hey, here we are, and my hands are being weird again. Well, yeah, I'm a girl, and I wanted to talk about kind of how I went with my transition and how I started to, obviously I'm not going to give you fucking every single day on how every single day went, but I want to give you a rough estimate, I guess, of kind of how it's been and what I want to do in the future. And hopefully you can kind of see this and be like, oh shit, okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Maybe I should commit to being a transgender. Anyway, before we actually start, I know I'm kind of rambling on right now. Isn't this cute? Isn't this cute? A nice little sunset behind me, and I got different avatars today. Yay! Anyway, I started my transition in about maybe early 2022, so coming up to like, okay, it's been more than 3 years. It's been a little bit more. I've been out since like 2021-ish. Sometime about that, right? When I came out, let's start a little bit sooner, before I came out. When I was like trying to just find myself and discover myself, I'd watch a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot to do with some YouTubers like Matilda. She's this trans YouTuber who really helped me when it came to kind of deciding that I want to be a girl instead of wanting to be a little boy. Yeah, a little boy. So I thought, okay, yeah, so I thought I'd mention her because she's really cool. She's kind of who helped me kind of find out I was trans. I would watch a lot of her videos. How old was I? I must have been like 14 years old. I would have been like 14 years old when I was watching her, which is kind of crazy to me because I'm a fucking full-grown ass adult now, which is like crazy. Anyway, so I started watching her videos, and she was explaining. She kind of did like a similar thing to me. Like she would sit in, well, it would actually be her bedroom though. She would sit in her bedroom or her living room or like something, and she would actually just speak about being trans. And I saw it, and I was like, no way, I want to be like that. She was a big inspiration for like kind of a little egg me. And then when I decided finally, yeah, I'm trans for sure, definitely, I wrote a letter, and I'll tell you about it after I take a little sip of water. I wrote a letter to my mum because my dad wasn't home at the time. So anyway, I wrote a letter to my mum, and I was like, hey, I know this is gonna be like a really weird thing to read a letter from me for the fact I'm literally upstairs in my room, but I just wanted to tell you that I don't want to be your son anymore, and I want to be your daughter. And I was like, I hope you don't mind, and like, I hope this doesn't change anything. She took it pretty well, you know. She took it, and we've been working on it. Even 3 years later, nothing gets perfect quickly. About a couple months after coming out to my parents, I started coming out to my friends, which went really well. I didn't really lose any of my friends because I was kind of like always in a group of girls anyway. I didn't really have like much friends that were boys, so I didn't really understand. I never understood what boys wanted. I should have known. Anyway, so I had a lot of friends that were girls, so it was fine. They understood. They're like, it's fine, you know, what do you want us to call you? We'll call you a girl, whatever, let's go. Cool. Fast forward a couple months, we've got the start of HRT. Honestly, it's the most stressful couple months, but the most worth couple months. So I started with a gender clinic, which I'm not gonna name for some reasons that I don't want to get in trouble. They kind of helped me. They interviewed me and they asked me, oh, okay, so what is it you want? Why do you want it? What are you feeling? And I told them, you know, I don't want to be a boy anymore. I don't like wearing boy clothes. I don't like having a boy face. I don't like all of this. And they're like, okay, cool, let's talk about it. So we had a few sessions, we talked about it, and eventually, after a little bit, they prescribed me my first doses of HRT. Okay, now I live in the UK, and it's different in every place. Is when people, also even within the UK, people take it differently. I personally take estrogen gel and a T blocker injection into my leg. So that's how I've been taking it for the past nearly 3 years. What was I saying? I lost my fucking train of thought. I'm so shit at this. I'm so fucking shit at this. So I started taking it after a couple of pounds spent, that's for sure. A couple of money spent. Definitely worth every penny though. So I'm glad that I decided to spend the money on it. I would have been, I think I was 15 when I started. I was in year 10. Holy moly, that was hard. You know, going through high school, trying to change everything about you. You know, trying to wear different clothes, trying to be this person that people have pretty much grown up with seeing completely differently is difficult. And if you are young and you are thinking of transitioning, do it, but be prepared to get a lot of weird looks and a lot of shitty things, misgendering, dead naming, a lot of name calling as well. But like, we're cooler than that, and we could just let them do their thing. And I went through high school, which was okay. The teachers were really good in my high school, so I'm glad about that. I wanted to talk about the first, I want to say like 3 to 6 months. So in this trans group I'm in on VR chat called Trans Academy, they host this thing every Wednesday called Moonlit Academy. They host this thing, right? And there was about 80 people there, and I ended up speaking to somebody in the corner, and they were like, I don't know, like, you know, I'm really struggling with like how I want to present myself. Like, do I want to be a girl or do I not? If you feel like you want to be a girl more than you want to be a boy, and you're kind of like on the fence about it, just give it a go. Just give it a little try. If you're like, oh, I like the sound of this name, I like the sound of these pronouns, go up to one of your friends or go on to something where maybe you're a stranger to somebody and be like, hey, could you, like, you know, while we're having a conversation, could you call me she, her, and I don't know, fucking Casey or something like that, right? And just try something out. Just see if you enjoy those stuff, and if you do, bam, yeah, go for it. If you don't, and you don't feel like it's for you, there you go. At least you know you've tried it, and you've given it a crack, and maybe it just wasn't for you. Anyway, the first 3 months of my transition were emotional, right? When you first take an HRT, you need to be prepared to kind of go straight into the deep end. It is not light. It is not like slowly giving you a little bit of everything. Nope. You get the whole package straight away. You get really emotional, so be prepared to be really, really sad. But trust me, it's a good sad, because you can, I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, when I started my, like, before, like, pre-estrogen, I didn't cry much. Like, I was when I was little, but I feel like everybody cries when they're little, right? I didn't really cry much. So when I started taking estrogen and I would watch shit that would maybe not even that sad, it might have been like a dog being treated badly or something, it would just make me bawl. Why am I crying over something like this, right? I don't know. It's the estrogen. Very emotional shit. You do feel very emotional. Another thing I wanted to kind of pick up on is your chest. Oh my god, those first couple of months, my fucking bro, your boobs feel it all. Like, you can feel them like starting to grow. You can feel the estrogen going through your body and like doing girl stuff, and you start to feel really fucking euphoric, and it's the greatest feeling ever. So after those first maybe 3 to 6 months, right, you go through these changes. You can start to see your face shaping. You can start to see some stuff start to grow. You can start to see your body kind of forming itself into this cis woman looking body. Just an FYI, it works differently for everybody. It might not be as quick for you. It might be a little bit slower. But you're gonna have to let it do its thing, because like I still got so much room to grow. Like I've got so much room for my body to change. I'm still young, and I'm still early. I'm still early E, right? So I've still got loads of room to kind of, grow stuff and improve my body by exercising, eating more. You get hungry. You get real fucking hungry. I don't know about, like, I've asked a few people, and it's a kind of mix. You either get, like, absolutely no, like, you're not hungry at all, or holy shit, you just want to eat up the entire fucking kitchen, which was my case. I just ate non-stop. It kind of died down after a while, but it was still crazy. I just eat crisps, chocolate, fucking fruit, anything I could get my hands on. And by this point now, we're kind of like, I'm leaving high school, going to college. In the UK, college is different to the US. It's like you're 16 to 18 mostly, unless you do what I'm doing and you reset. Yeah, but let's leave that for in a minute. So yeah, I went into college thinking, okay, I'm going in with this new name, this new gender, this new person that, there's gonna be people there from my high school, but there's gonna be so many more people that are gonna be there, which weren't from my high school, so they don't know me and they don't know who I am. So I went into my first college being like, yeah, this is gonna be me. I couldn't exactly do it. There was something wrong with me mentally, I guess. I don't know. I struggled really badly, and the teachers there weren't exactly the most supportive about everything. Like if I came up to them asking like, hey, can you do this for me? Sometimes I'll still slip up. And I was like, you didn't even know me before, like, what the fuck? So yeah, that was like a year, and obviously taking estrogen every day, these things start to grow, okay? So I was dressing more feminine, and I was starting to pass more. It was just my voice, which I'm still gonna, shameless plug, but if you do want to hear what I sounded like early January, I think it was like early January, anyways, the start of this year, just go to my channel and just go to my oldest video. There's only 2 other ones apart from this one, so yeah, just go have a look at it, and so you can compare. There's also some info in there. If you want to watch it, you can. Obviously, I'm not going to force you to watch it, but you might get to know me a little bit more. During this time, in my first year of college, I started working at a place near where I live. I'm not going to, say the place, but I started working there, and I was working with children, right? Biggest mistake, in my opinion, as a trans girl, to work with kids, because most of the time the kids were old enough to kind of realize, okay, they're trans, I understand that, I'm gonna call them Miss, I'm gonna call her she. Then you've got those kids that try and be super funny, and they're like, oh, sir, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm not a sib, I'm not gonna have an argument with some little kid about my pronouns, okay? You just gotta let them have it. I worked there for like 9 months, okay? I worked there for a while. I mean, as a job, it was okay, but my boss was like obviously really good with it, and my co-workers as well were really good with it, which was nice because it was different from what it was like at college sometimes. There was kind of like some simple things. I've been yapping so much, holy shit. I need to hurry this up. We jump it now because I need to hurry up. I've been recording for 20 minutes and I'm like, I don't know how it's been 20 minutes. I've just been rambling on about the fucking past 3 years, or like, what the fuck, 3-4 years. If we jump to now, my job, I do good, I get paid good, my co-workers and my boss are really good with everything. I guess it's just kind of really putting yourself out there, because in my new college, I've really focused on feminizing myself and making sure people see me as how I want to be seen. If you really want people to stop misgendering you, or just like seeing you not the way you want to be seen, right? Just commit. Honestly, just go head first. Be like, fuck you. If you get me wrong, I hate you now. I'm not gonna speak to you. Go away from me. Just like own that shit. Be who you want to be, and like don't give a fuck. These people are gonna exist no matter what, and there's no way of stopping them, right? So you just gotta be a person. Be yourself. Do what you want to do in your life. Literally just crack on. Focus on yourself. You're gonna have to be a little bit selfish, okay? Because if you're not selfish, how are you gonna improve yourself? How are you gonna become a better person within yourself? How are you gonna see yourself differently? I need some more water because fucking hell. If we go to today, we'll it's kind of been a little bit all over the place, I know, because I'm just kind of going off my head, because that's the only way I can do things. I can't really exactly do anything any other way. Yeah, so now I feel like I'm passing more because I've been focusing on my voice. It seems to be a lot of the time people seem to kind of assume who you are based on how you sound. So for me personally, I just want to pass and like see, you know, I don't want any hassle, right? I just want to do my thing, speak to who I want to speak to, and move on with my life. So there we go. I think it's getting better. I've still got a lot of way to go. I still need to improve my voice, be able to keep it for longer, and kind of use it universally, you know? I need to dress. It's winter right now, so I'm kind of just like jeans and a coat. That shit will do. But like I do want to, for summer, start wearing some proper stuff, you know? But yeah, I think I will leave it here because I've kind of been waffling on for ages, and I'm not excited to edit this shit because it's gonna be me ranting about shit I played in my head a million times. But it's okay, it's whatever. We use that, and we I don't know, this is gonna be amazing. Anyway, if you did like watch all the way to here now, like if you're here, hey, you're great, you're doing amazing, and I really appreciate you sticking by. Like I said last time, if there's any questions or anything you want to know, I have got a comment box and I will respond pretty soon. I won't be too delayed because I don't want to keep you waiting. If you do ever want to see me come to Trans Academy on VR chat, I will be there most of the time. So if you want to pop in whenever, just like search for me. You'll probably find me because I'm usually there. So you can probably find me in there. So if you do ever want to speak to me one-to-one, and you're gonna like come and pull me over and be like, hey, I want to speak to you about some stuff, go ahead. I think I'm gonna leave it here because I'm gonna start editing this now. Oh my god, this is gonna be great. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Bye, bye, bye.